everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the Bible Reload, and we're back to do another chick tract. Are you surprised? I'm not, because I'm already sitting here for like 20 minutes waiting to do it.
It's
Anyway.
it's 4:20 today, the day of recording.
Oh, God, yeah.
I have not partaken today.
I'm not
We
gonna.
partook plenty the other day.
Yeah, for our 420 episode of Ask Hugo. That was,
If you missed that, there's a link probably. You can click on it on mobile now because they destroyed annotations. Just like the annotations went the same way as monetization.
So normally I pick the chick tracks, but actually Jake picked this one out, and this one's called Going Down, ?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this is the first chick tract to be about cunnilingus. And
I was hoping for fellatio actually, because I'm not about that lady orgasm myth.
Okay, I'm gonna hope the elevator's just double entendre. I'm trying to abbreviate.
Entendre? Is that I don't think you can verb that.
I'm trying to abbreviate double entendre and turn it into a verb. Is that fine?
It's not. Also, that wouldn't be an abbreviation. It'd be a conjugation. Get your fucking grammar game and step it up.
Anyway, going down.
He's alone. Now I can make my move. I've been standing behind this rock for fucking ages, and my left leg is just ridiculously larger and more centered than my other leg.
Boy, I sure do love standing by my horse back here. Just,
I have alien fingers. This will help me shoot him. Reach, Marshall! Drop that rifle. Oh, you already dropped it. Okay, I'm Hank Daggett. Damn it. Damn it, the boys told me not to tell you my secret identity. Remember little Bobby Daggett?
I reckon I do. I took this stick up very well. There seems like in the cartoonsmanship there's a hint of surprise, but he seems sure that he reckons.
He must get held up a lot, you know?
Yeah, Old West.
He's a marshal, yeah, in the Old West. Everybody is getting held up there. You shot my little brother down like a mangy dog.
He had a little mange.
Did he have mange? How can you tell if a human has mange?
Just by looking at him, you go, yep, that sure is mange.
You sure it wasn't just poverty?
I think I made the right call.
I swore I'd kill you for that day, you son of a bitch, with your goddamn mustache and your beautiful jawline. You ready to meet your maker, Marshall?
I ain't scared to die, you low-down coward. Have you seen my mustache compared to yours? There's no way a man with your mustache could kill a man of my mustached caliber.
Then die, motherfucker. See you in hell, Marshall. Blam, blam. I held it sideways.
Turns out I was wrong about the mustache. There's no bearing on how many bullets can go through me.
You see, the problem was that you have a glorious mustache, but the crop up top isn't yielding much this season.
That must be doing it. Yep.
Yep.
Hold it right there, mister. We saw the whole thing. You shot the marshal in the back.
You didn't. He killed my little brother? Was it my brother? It was my brother. He killed my poverty-stricken little brother.
Was he a white?
He was a white. So it's like...
well, then I guess you get a fair trial. All right. He's guilty as sin.
Wait, you said I was going to get a fair trial.
This isn't a dictatorship, sir. This angry mob is a democracy. I might want to give you a fair trial, but that's up for the mob to decide.
Let's string him up. We don't need a trial.
All right. That guy.
God damn it! No, you told me I could get a. This guy told me I could get a trial. That guy says I'm guilty, and that other guy says trial's unnecessary. This is bullshit. I demand my rights. Have you seen my mustache? Way better than you guys. I'm the best mustache in town now that Marshall's dead.
Yeah, we might take it when you're done. Don't know what we're gonna do with it. Gonna keep that lip though. Dry it out like stash jerky.
Somebody get a rope and bring his horse and grab my knife. I want to make some stash jerky.
It's time to die, mister. You're gonna meet the death angel. I don't know why I talk like this in the Old West, but it's just... I'm just that guy, just with the hat. Everyone else had beards, so I decided to go chops. How's the mutton chops?
Why aren't any of us emaciated? We're all plump. I thought it was hard out here. Looks like we have it all right. It's not so bad.
This town, they thought it was going to be like a gold rush town, but it turned out all they had is just mines full of high fructose corn syrup. So,
The fields run glutinous with the high fructose corn syrup. I'm glad I killed him. That motherfucker killed my little brother. And I ain't afraid of no death angel. I don't even believe in a death angel. Though if it was real, I guess that would be scary because it's a death angel. Which, I mean, aren't all angels by definition death angels?
I don't know. Does Chris Angel count?
No, Chris Angel, he's a cringe angel.
Oh, okay. He'll freak your mind.
Oh, fuck's sake. Is he still a thing?
I don't know. I've never found televised magic that impressive. Not to say that the trickery isn't there. I'm sure it is. They still need to do the sleight of hand and stuff. But just because of the fact that you could fuck up the trick 100 times and get it right once and just show me the one footage. And
that's why I like David Blaine's stuff, his old stuff. He was pretty cool. The street magic stuff is just it's simple tricks, but they're neat. And I like the black community just goes bananas.
I like Penn and Teller because it works even on TV generally because a lot of the times they'll show you how they did the trick and it's about appreciating the technique.
Isn't that interesting that they're like anti-magician magicians now. They like
it depends. I've seen it seems like it's half and half. Half the tricks they'll tell you how they do them, half the ones they don't. And it seems like the ones they tell you they're kind of over, if that makes sense. They're tricks that are already kind of blasé, and they're like, "Fuck it, we'll show you how it's done."
That's a neat idea. What a good job. Penn's a cool guy. He's now people in the comments are gonna be like, "I disagree with him about this." Yeah, but Penn's a cool guy, dude. It's fine. Calm down. Calm down. You don't have very strong opinions about Teller, do you? No, because he keeps his mouth shut.
You should be, you wicked varmint. In another minute, you'll be in hell.
Wait, I forgot what we were talking about. Because we talked about Penn and Teller.
In regard to the Death Angel. You should be afraid of the Death Angel.
Correct, you're right. I'm sorry. Yep, I am a little bit. The concept is scarier than the actual application, I think.
God won't have mercy on his rotten soul.
That's a fact! He's gonna get raped!
Thanks, Jeff. That's factoid Jeff. He tells us when things are true.
Did you guys know that 51% of the United States makes under $30,000 a year and 70% live paycheck to paycheck?
I don't know if that stat holds true in the Old West, but I don't know enough about it to dispute it.
We don't have paychecks now.
I'd assume almost 100% make less than $30,000 a year since in the late 1800s.
Not John D. Rockefeller or the oil barons.
That's later. That's like 30 to 40.
Barons. No, it's not. This is the 1800s.
I'm thinking, 1890s. Was it Rockefeller the 20s and through the 40s?
Dude, you got railroads 50s? And stuff. It happens soon, okay? I don't know when this actually is. We didn't actually tame the West until like 1930.
All right, well, he'll burn down in there forever. Ain't that right, boys?
Wait, why are we skipping to the part where we burn him? I thought we were going to take his mustache, make it jerky, and then I called dibs on his rectum. I'm gonna make the first fleshlight.
Horatio Evans, what on earth are you watching? Such dreadful language. Turn it off.
It was a Western, Emily. It got me to thinking.
It's a dangerous pastime, Horatio. Are they Mexican? Am I being racist?
Well,
are they
last
Mexican?
name's Evans.
But it's Horatio, and she looks a little bit Hispanic, kind of, or Asian. I don't know.
Something. He looks something.
I can tell Jack Chick didn't think they were white, if that makes sense.
Right, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like, I don't know what they are, but I know they're not white because Jack Chick thinks they're not.
About what?
Well,
about what you're thinking.
Right, of course. We have maintained context. Well, in the story, they were talking about hell.
Oh, for goodness sake, Horatio. That's not even acceptable in the 21st century.
It's not acceptable to talk about hell? What?
Apparently not. Jack Chick, in his mind, there are three groups of people. Protestant evangelical Christians, which are the good guys, him.
Yeah.
No, I'll say four groups. Evangelical Christians like him who are the good guys.
Pentecostal?
Sure, whatever. Evangelical, whatever. Yeah. Atheists who have never heard of Jesus or are aware of the concept of Jesus or God or deities in general. Catholics, which are the evil puppet master Illuminati masters behind everything. Sure. And then finally, the brown people, of which he has to make special comics for. So that's what Jack Chick thought the different groups of people were. I don't know.
Huh. Maybe that's why the Reverend never talks about it, because I didn't know that in current year it was unacceptable to talk about current topic.
Of course, it's negative, upsetting, and offensive.
Oh, God damn it, we're going to get demonetized, Martha, or whatever your name. What's your name?
I can't imagine
we don't know
it
your
make
name.
Difference.
Your name is Esperanza.
Besides, we wouldn't put up with him preaching on that subject.
Well, Esperanza, I'm going to ask him anyways, Esperanza. Esperanza means hope in Spanish.
I know in elementary they made us read a book called like Esperanza Rising or something.
Oh, that sounds just fucking awful.
Yeah.
Reverend Brinks, when people go to hell, do they really burn forever? Also, you have quite the jaw and hair combo.
Mm-hmm. Why on earth would he ask a question like that?
Are you having respiratory issues?
Yeah, they cut out actually the bottom third of my lung to help craft the chin.
That's the lung chin?
Yeah, I know something about the porous tissue makes it ideal. I don't know.
Oh. Well, I just want to know, do they or don't they? I mean, that's pretty easy for you, right?
Horatio! That belief came about of the Dark Ages. Come on, God's too loving to put anyone in a place like that.
Well, the whole thing came out of the Dark Ages. It's where the King James. He's King James. He was in the Dark Age. Like that's what?
Trust me. Just look at this hair.
But
I could be hosting America's Funniest Home Videos right now. Weren't for that goddamn Tom Bergeron.
Well, I thought you were gonna go that other guy that touched the.
No,
Olsen
didn't go
twins.
about to say it. This is also the first time Tom Bergeron has ever been mentioned.
Ever
in anything. Even on America's Funniest Home Videos, he was just there.
So, is hell real or not, or is hell just hosting America's Funniest Home Videos / that dancing thing, Dancing with the Stars?
Of course not. That's trust me. Just trust me.
What's actually kind of comforting. Thank you. I'm gonna go back home to my wife Esperanza. Tonight she's making tamales.
4 nights later.
4 nights.
Jeez. 4 nights later.
Why 4 nights? Like.
Yeah. Horatio, look out!
We're already upside down, Esperanza.
There's a car coming. Look out!
We're already. How did we flipped upside down we were doing some Tony Hawk kickflip stuff in the car, and then we smashed into that semi sideways. This is not gonna end well, is it?
We gotta turn up here on the left to make sure you use your blinker.
I'm upside down. The blinker will be on the opposite side. It's too confusing.
Well, 2 a.m.
Reverend Brinks?
Yeah.
So this speech bubble looks like it's coming out of your mouth?
It does.
So, there's been a terrible accident. Emily Evans, who is unrelated to Horatio or Esperanza Evans, was killed. Horatio Evans is in critical condition. Esperanza Evans, making tamales.
They legitimately fucked this up because look, every other line with the phone, it has a little jagged tail coming out towards the phone. They legit they fucked that up. They didn't realize what they were drawing, And they accidentally drew it to him. Wow.
Also, are they showing Reverend Brinks, like, is he like an alcoholic or something? Like, why is he so disheveled?
I'm just gonna say this is 2 hours into his a bottle of Patron nap. I'll call it.
Patron?
He probably wasn't gonna wake up for 10 more hours.
Oh, Jesus. He's in intensive care at the community hospital, and he's asking for you. You'd better hurry.
I'm on my way.
You lied to me, Reverend.
What?
You fucking lied to me, dude.
I'm not like you're hard to understand. You got a mask on of some sort. I
Yeah,
think it's
and
oxygen.
also half of my face doesn't work. They say I paralyzed half my face.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see it.
And also half my dick. I have an erection right now. Only the left side's plump.
How does that work?
It looks weird. It looks exactly like you think it would. It's crazy.
I'm feeling like that would be very uncomfortable.
I'd show it to you, but I just can't move. So, anyways, I was dead in the ambulance for 6 minutes. They know because they timed it to see if I would come back to life, and they just live streamed it on Facebook Live. It's kind of fucked up. But anyways, I came back to life, and I saw it. I saw hell, and they brought me back, and then I died again. It was a little roller coaster situation for a little bit, and I died and came back to life, and died and came back to life, and everything was just on fire. It looked this movie got a lot of shit back in its day, but it looked exactly like the hell in Spawn.
With the CG terrible
exactly
demons.
no exactly the same.
Was John Leguizamo
John
there?
Leguizamo was there, but he wasn't in the clown makeup. He was just, every other role he's ever been, where he's the Cuban or the Mexican or the Spanish
Luigi?
person doing the thing and relieving stress with comedic timing. Like the friend he was in Cook, or the friend he was in The Happening, or the friend he was in any literally other John Leguizamo movie. Even the
Luigi.
Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was there. He didn't talk, though. I don't think John Leguizamo likes me very much. It's weird. He seems like a nice guy. Anyways, I saw flames and I heard the screams and there was ghastly creatures looking at me and shit, and it was... Then they brought me back again. I don't know why. I just keep doing it. And my darling wife Esperanza is in hell right now because she's at home. She doesn't know I'm here. She's been working on tamales for 4 straight days. But I told her, don't you stop till I come home. Don't you stop it, Esperanza. And anyway, this is all because of you. You made me do Tony Hawk backflips in my car into oncoming traffic and not use the correct blinker. You made me. You forced my hand. You destroyed us. And when you die, Reverend, and join us down in hell, we'll be waiting for you and that bitch in the back.
Please wait outside. Your 5 minutes are up.
What?
I like that the main guy, even though he has now seen hell and absolutely believes it exists, still believes he's going to go there. He's not going to take the second opportunity to even look into it. It doesn't sound like he's inquisitive about it at all. He's just like, yep, that's true.
Anyway. Reverend Horatio Evans just passed away, and I sound like this because I have a mustache. And I must say, it was a terrible death. Now, I've seen some shit. I have seen children die slowly of leukemia. I have seen a mother hold her only son while he died of leukemia. And this was worse, by far. This is the most tragic death I've ever been witness to. Do you know how this man died?
He's doing something about Tony Hawk.
Half his dick got too plump. And he bled out dick first.
Oh, God.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Ew.
It's still, you could go in and look at it. The tip is still plump. Well,
it's like
part of it.
It's like the elevator scene in The Shining, but instead of an elevator, it's a dick.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like, you ever seen an old-timey tire? Those like white-walled old-timey tires?
Yeah.
It's like one of those just blew out on the highway going 60, and inside of it was dick blood.
Sorry to hear that. Also, I'm pretty sure as like a doctor or nurse, you're not supposed to tell me my friend's death was terrible. Like, I think the social contract sort of implies you lie to me and say, like, it was very peaceful. I don't know. I feel like someone's missing out here. Hell doesn't exist. He must have been hallucinating. Whew.
I checked his blood too, just, and he didn't have a single toxin in it or hallucinogenic. He was just healthy as a bear. Bears are healthy, right? A bear's healthy. Healthy as a bee.
It's a weird saying. I've never heard that.
He was in tip-top form. Tippity-top.
Can I point out to the people at home that even though you have a real mustache, you still kind of, when you do a mustache voice, for some reason, use your fucking finger.
It doesn't sound correct.
That doesn't make sense.
Keeping it. You can tell me what. Reverend Brinks?
Yes?
I'm a nurse that moonlights on Pornhub Amateurs, and I attended to Mr. Evans. And I heard what he said to you. I heard it.
Okay.
I think my grandfather can help you, who doesn't know I do the Pornhub thing, so do not tell him.
Okay, I won't. Just to be clear, I just, whenever I meet Asian people, I'm not super clear about this. You know my name is Brinks and not Blinks, right?
I'm not Asian.
Do your eyes know that?
He's a retired pastor and understands how you've been treated. What?
Ah, a man of God.
Yeah, he'd love to meet you. It's raining out here.
Yeah, thanks for covering up your weird Asian eyes in this panel, by the way.
Wow.
I'd like to think Jack Chick did draw that first panel and thought, oh fuck, she looks Asian. I didn't mean to do that. I just won't try the eyes in the second panel. Every night for the next week. We're waiting for you, Reverend.
We hate you for not telling us the truth about hell. You didn't tell us that we'd turn into snake folk.
It won't be long. You'll be joining us soon. Where it's like an overnight Greyhound trip, and the only VHS on board is the second half of the Santa Claus 2.
No! That one with Jack Frost?
No, that's the third one.
Oh,
that's the Santa Claus
Hell
3.
could be worse.
Yeah, even hell has limits, jeez. I can't stand these nightmares. I'm a wreck. Where did I put that card? I hope he'll make time for me. I'm starting to look like Gary Busey.
Hi there, I'm Frank Thompson. Why don't you come on in, sit on down I've got a little bench right here. It's attached to the ceiling with the chains on it. We could rickety rock it back and forth and talk about your feelings. Ooh.
I'm Reverend.
You got strong hands.
Yeah, they're I use one of those hand things you see in movies to like hand weights where you grip it.
Did you know you don't have any actual real functioning muscles in your fingers?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually all in your hands and in your forearms. It's most of the tendons up in there. You got nice tendons though.
Well, this is gross. I'm Reverend Bob Brinks, and I'm a wreck. Thanks for seeing me.
Is that how you usually greet people?
It is. Hi, I'm Reverend Bob Brinks, and my life is just shit. How are you?
The last person to do this, and introduce themselves in such a way was Willie Ames. He said, "Hello, I'm Willie Ames, and I'm an alcoholic."
Sir, did your granddaughter tell you what happened at the hospital?
I don't remember that. I'm kind of lost in your chin right now.
Are you aware that your granddaughter broke several HIPAA rules in tracking me down and trying to get me to come here?
Oh, that granddaughter. Yes. Bonquisha, she's really bad with the HIPAA stuff. She doesn't believe in that. And I believe that God gave you a glimpse of reality to open your eyes. Did you notice how black she was?
She was Asian.
She was a black lady.
You're definitely not black, so
Yeah, but my son got a little bit of a touch of the jungle fever back in the 80s. And,
Pretty sure you're not allowed to say jungle fever.
well, he got a touch of it nonetheless. You heard from an eyewitness what goes on in the spirit world. Oh, and you actually saw a soul that slipped into hell. Well, that's... Okay, I don't know how I'm inferring all of this information, but part of me thinks that this is not entirely accurate information. Because you just saw a person die, and that was it. And you weren't even in the room. They told you about it later.
Yeah, I'm kind of a pussy. It gave me nightmares.
Yeah, you
It gave me
are.
bad nightmares
God.
hearing that a person died in a room away from me.
Okay, Bob, I'm going to have to level with you here. I was probably going to roofie you at some point during our discussion, but your insecurities and pussification has really turned me off. And now only the base of my dick is hard.
You want to be careful with sectioning off your dick like that. That's how that guy died.
Is that how he died?
Yeah.
Oh, I usually tie a rubber band around the end so it really explodes when I want it to, you know? Like
Jerk off 5 times, but it's closed off. And then when you let it go, it's like...
It's like a balloon animal.
Ew.
It flies around the room. Bob, billions of souls are down here because no one warned them. And that's... And God just decided that billions will be doomed from the start, no matter what the fuck they do. It was nice of him. He's a good guy. And billions more are on their way. Their blood is on our hands. And I honestly, I gotta say, like, given the sheer statistical probability that you are not only a Christian, right, or maybe not a Christian, but the slim possibility that you are the right type of Christian who was actually a believer and did all the things enough to get into heaven. Like if this was like a football team or like a street fight, hell would wipe the floor with us. We don't have enough recruits. We ain't got nothing. We got a lot of population, and you can't procreate in heaven. They outlawed sex. You can hold hands though, which is nice, I suppose.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean that they don't let you have intercourse with your genitalia. Actually, it all goes away. You don't have genitalia, and you don't even have like a butthole, because you don't have waste, right? And there's no need for procreation in heaven. You live forever. So we're just all blank down there. We still, for some reason, we still have a trachea and esophagus that like leads to the same hole. I don't understand that. But yeah, it's not. We don't really get upgraded much. We kind of just get our shit sawed off. Anyways, listen, Bob. There's some like people die and stuff, and there's wicked stuff, but blood will I require in thine hand.
Question: does the blood have to be from my dick? Because the other guy gave blood from his dick.
It does not have to be dick blood, but it has to be savagely beaten out of a Jewish man. Kind of like how you get olive oil out of olives.
I never heard that.
Really? You're a reverend.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Hey, how have you been doing your job, Bob?
Not well. Not well, apparently.
But God damn it, this is in the Bible. We have the same book.
I'm gonna be honest. I skimmed the first like 5 chapters.
That's not enough.
I figured cursory knowledge. It's fine.
Hugo and Jake didn't even hit stride until like the 8th chapter.
Just.
Jesus himself constantly warned us about hell because he knows the value of a soul and also is kind of a downer. Not a great guy to hang out with. You're just at a party hanging out, listening to the latest Waka Flocka Flame album, and he starts spouting off about how we're all gonna die and we're sinners and we're going to hell and that sucks. And we're just like, hey man, just pass the J. And then he does because he's a bro, and then we smoke it. But Jesus also said, "But I will forewarn you, whom ye shall fear him, which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him. He was not very... Like, if illiteracy could cross over into language, like spoken language, he would have that.
Not quite Billy Mays, is he? As
No,
far as selling.
not good. More like Billy Baldwin. He endorses something, and you're like, ew, I don't want the same thing as him. Jesus was speaking on himself as the judge on Judgment Day. He kind of gave himself that job. Jesus told the true story about Lazarus, a rich man who died and whose soul went to hell. And then he also told a fake story about the same exact thing before that, chronologically speaking. But, you know, that's irrelevant. Later it became true, because he spoketh. He spoke, he heard, he tried to warn his family about the reality of hell. And Bob, he's still down there in the flames. Like, people don't think about that. People who went to hell thousands of years ago, still down there.
That makes it sound fucking horrifying.
It's a pretty rough punishment. I just watched this
sound...
thing the other day on Vsauce about solitary confinement, which was pretty interesting. On YouTube Red, you can watch the whole season if you got yourself a subscription to YouTube Red, and would really help creators. And that was an accidental segue into pimping something I don't use. But that sounded pretty bad just in itself. That's only a couple years, but this guy's talking about like actual like torture every day for thousands of years.
That's horrible.
I know, right? What about your soul, Bob? Are you ready to face judgment? Because that shit's going to happen to you, too. You're going to be just like Lazarus.
Excuse me. I'm a minister.
You are?
Yeah.
You didn't read the Bible, though.
No.
Also, can we go back to the left side? Is that like a fedora-wearing, like, elephant demon with centaur legs?
I hope so.
With a snake mouth? Is it like an anteater that got a hold of a hipster hat?
I never wanted anything more than that in my life.
Anyway, don't you know that judgment must begin at the house of God? And we're supposed to make people feel like shit every Sunday so they give us money. As pastors, God expects us to warn our people about the dangers of hell. And as capitalists, we must ask for money after doing so.
How could I warn them? I've never believed in hell, and now I'm afraid of going there. A pastor who's never believed in hell.
I'm sorry,
I'm
sir.
sure...
He is a minister?
Minister, whatever. I know that there are very, very progressive churches, and like churches that are so progressive, I borderline wonder why they even bother with the Christianity part, because they're not... They've stripped away so much of the doctrine. It's just like hugs, fuzzy, warm feelings, hippy, dippy... shit, which is fine as long as people are nice to each other. But I'm sure there are people out there who are like, I don't think hell's a real thing, but I believe in Jesus. I'm sure that exists. But the majority of Christians do not think this way. I don't know why Jack Chick thinks they think this way.
Because they're a bunch of pussy Christians. Remember, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, and Christ came to save sinners.
I betrayed my own people. Why would he want to save me?
Because he loves you, Mitt Romney. You look like Mitt Romney. When the Creator died for our sins on the cross, he washed blood and shit. Your sins are forgiven. God, Holy Spirit enters you, making you a new creature. What are you going to pick?
I want to be a manticore.
You cannot be a manticore. That's too many different things.
What about like a griffin?
You can be half griffin. Do you have to pick top or bottom half?
Lion.
That's not... Oh, the lion half of the griffin?
Wait, am I thinking of the right thing?
I was telling you to pick the part of your body that was going to be the top half. But now you still have a human dick, not a griffin one. Griffin dicks are corkscrewed like ducks, but they vibrate, so it makes up for it.
I don't want bottom griffin half.
Okay, fine. You get top griffin.
I'll woo the ladies with the top half.
And then displease them with the bottom.
Well, at that point, I don't care.
Will you believe
I'm in the end zone. I don't need to run anymore.
I like that because it's both a sex and a sports reference from you. You believe on Jesus, Bob?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And he did.
Bob, your name is now in the Book of Life. And it's called Half Griffin Man. You'll reign with Christ when he returns because now you belong to him. You're a slave now. Haha, gotcha. It's like 12 years a slave. We got you. No Brad Pitt to save you this time, bitch.
Wow, I know in my heart I'm saved, but what about my congregation? Also, could you have told me maybe about the slave aspect before?
Nope, you're his half Griffin, half man sex slave now.
Now I wish I had chosen the bottom half.
You should have. That was the one you needed. It was the devil's trick I played on you.
See that? You're a wily old man.
I am. I'm very wily, crafty, Maria lunch pail guy, scrappy, student of the game.
I've got to warn them being my congregation.
Be prepared for war, Bob. Actual, literal war. You may have to take firearms into that place and hold them ransom until they come away believing on the Lord, the Jesus Christ. Many will turn on you, but don't worry, you can turn your M16 on them and cut them down with maximum prejudice. Hallelujah, amen.
I don't care. I love them too much for them to go to that horrible place.
Cool. You want to listen to some Ted Nugent in my garage? He made a song called Jailbait in the 70s. It's exactly what you think it's about. That's
unfortunate. Many of you will ignore this warning in our audience. I'm guessing it's most of them. But when your heart stops beating, and it will, is it a threat? Is it a threat, or is that more
a little bit of a mob threat thing going on here?
You're going down. It'll be too late. If you want your sins forgiven, do what it says on the last page.
We're not going to show you the last page because we want you to go down, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, that's another chick tract in the books. Jesus Christ. How many of these are left? Are we the sad thing?
150.
I'm not even kidding. We're not even halfway through these. We've been doing them for like 3 fucking years.
They don't get better. Oh. Isn't that funny?
You'd think they would at some point. Like, you'd think there'd be a point where you'd be like, oh, here's a chick tract from like the 3 years he wasn't insane. But no, he kept going. So I don't know.
A salient chick tract. That'd be interesting. He's just like, you should respect other people and be good to them and just do your best.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
So
that's actually, the devil does that in every tract he's in.
True. Maybe we just misunderstand Jack, and he's trying to convince Christians Satan's the way to go, but just subtly. Anyway, you can always follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
Follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded. You could also join our official Discord server. There is a link in the description. I'm there all the time. Hugo might be there sometimes.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's fun.
You can always subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
Or donate to our Patreon campaign. We're giving away condoms with Harold Penisman on them.
Just giving them away.
I mean, if you're a patron of a certain level, not
which is more like a purchase.
Kind of. Legally, I think there's a distinction.
It's a gift. We send you a gift in exchange.
It's a free gift with it, yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't have to. Okay, we don't have to. But we want to. Because you're our baby birds.
We want to make sure our baby birds don't have any baby birds until they want them.
Right. We don't want to hear little baby birds cawing before our baby birds leave the nest.
Plus, if our condoms are on your dick, it's kind of like we've been inside your girlfriend with you, so or boyfriend.
I was gonna say or boyfriend or non-binary title for which they choose.
Based on the people we've talked to before in the arguments we've had, apparently some people's dogs.
You could fuck a dog with our condom on. I don't recommend it.
I don't recommend it.
You could. It is a possible avenue you could take with your life.
All I'm saying is if I'm sitting in a room with you in a basement and you go, hey, Hugo, I'm going to fuck that dog, and I have a condom on me, and I can't convince you not to fuck the dog,
right?
I'm giving you the condom.
Yeah, it's for the dog, though.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Hugo.
Jake, I think my face is also coming in the mail. So.
Bible Reloaded.